4MP was set up by Channel 4, and first of all I must apologise to Tom Loosemore for nicking half your slides. It's all Creative Commons, I assume, so no problem. Why 4IP? Why did Channel 4 set this up in the first place? It's all part of Channel 4's Next on 4 strategy, which was really around the time of the 25th anniversary of Channel 4. They looked ahead to what is the next 25 years going to hold for broadcasting in general and Channel 4 in particular. And as a public service broadcaster, thought, well, okay, public service content can be delivered with far, far greater impact through interactive media, and certainly more impact than it is being done at the moment. And given the pace of change in audience behaviour, they felt the time was right to take the initiative and to really claim the digital platforms as their space, I suppose, to deliver public service content. So what is 4IP? It's an innovation fund to stimulate public service digital media across the UK, which is basically supporting public service content across websites, games and mobile services, which will help fundamentally improve or change people's lives. How it works in the West Midlands is one of 3 national commissioning hubs for the 4IP project. And so basically we have a £5 million ring-fence fund from Channel 4, and that's matched by £5 million from Advanced West Midlands, which is channelled through Screen West Midlands. So a total pot of £10 million just for the West Midlands region, which is a considerable sum over the next 2 years. And this is to be invested in projects which can range anything from £20,000 right the way up to £1.5 million per project. What we're looking for in these projects we'll come on to in just a moment. But over and above the funding that's available, there's a whole package of support that Screen West Midlands has recently secured via Advanced West Midlands to really help develop ideas and to help make the most of this fantastic opportunity. So we have a package of £1.3 million of support around this project, and that includes development funding. One thing I should mention about the development funds and the way that will work is that it's not a separate fund that people can bid into. The way the process works is you would apply for a 4IP project, and I'll go through the application process later on in the presentation, and we would identify which projects show the most promise but need to be further developed, and then we would give development funding for those projects. There's also a tailored package of support and a programme of events, which we'll come on to a bit later on in the presentation as well. So what is 4MP there to do? Essentially, it's an enabler, it's a catalyst really for generating fabulous ideas and turning those ideas into fantastic products and projects. It's to support a whole range of ideas, everything from really risky, kind of small, low-level kind of ideas that have the potential to really take off, up to massive, huge international global projects. We're also looking at products that already exist out there on the web. What is there already out there that not enough people know about, and what can 4MP do through either kind of funding or support of the Channel 4 brand, or the business support we can provide within Screen West Midlands, or the connections and networks we can help plug you into. What can we do to help you make that site that already exists a lot more effective and spread it far and wide? We're looking at nurturing new digital talent across the UK. Now, if you think back to the early days of Channel 4 25 years ago, because of their approach to funding risky ideas and funding kind of small, what were essentially at the time video workshops, film and video workshops, these later developed and flourished into the independent production sector that we know today. So essentially what we have now is a similar opportunity to help digital agencies or digital companies or any company that's wanting to engage in this space to flourish and to create a whole new sector. We're helping public institutions to grasp the digital opportunity and connecting people and organisations who ordinarily would not come into contact with each other or would not work together. Now, it's important to note that as well as being a public service initiative, we are looking for projects and products that can stand on their own 2 feet, that are sustainable and that ideally can generate revenue and create income for the creators themselves. A broad overview of the kind of support package we have available. Screen West Midlands over the next 2.5 years will have a whole stream of events, very much like the one you're at today. Everything from, I'm really running across 3 different strands. The first strand is networking events, which will be regularly running throughout the year, focused around specific themes or specific ideas that you need to get your head around if you want to really operate successfully in the digital space. Second strand is pitching workshops and development days, very much like the one we've been through today. And then finally, very intense development labs for rapid prototyping of ideas. And the whole emphasis across all of these events is collaboration. How can we get different sectors working together? Public sector working with games companies, working with TV production companies, the arts, social media people, what have you. As well as the offline activity, we've now launched a social network platform handily titled Who Needs to See. So if you log on to whoneedstosee.com, this is a social network which is a kind of an online equivalent of the event that you're at today. It's a place where anyone from any sector can come in, create their own profiles, find other companies, find people that might want to work with, share ideas, where we can feed in current ideas or current thinking or current opportunities around 4IP. On the regional delivery at Screen West Midlands, we have an entire team here to support it. So again, it's not just about providing the funding. It's not just about you coming to us with an idea and us saying, here you go, have some money. There's an awful lot of thinking and change that's required if you're going to make the most of this opportunity. And so we're here to support you through that change. So I'll be based in Birmingham at Screen West Midlands office. Very much an open door. Do drop me a line if you have any queries about 4IP, how it's going to be delivered. If you want me to help broker a relationship with new partners, if there's a bit of information that you need and can't get, then we're here to help you. I'll be working very closely with a digital media manager, effectively Channel 4 commissioning editor, who again will be based at the Screen West Midlands offices in Birmingham, and they should be in place within we should be able to announce that within the next few weeks, hopefully. Okay, specific areas of interest, hidden gems. We're looking at new ways to connect people and power. Amplifying voices, people whose voices aren't being heard effectively at the moment. How to connect people who know stuff with people who need to know it. And tools to make trouble, which is a very Channel 4 thing, I'm sure you'll agree. Very quickly moving on to the next slide. Key thing to bear in mind about Channel 4 is about 4IP is that this is not about putting video content on the web or telly on the web. It's about thinking things through differently. What can you do on these platforms that is fundamentally different to how things are currently done in broadcast television? And I'll just leave you to soak that slide up a little bit, actually. Everything on the left-hand side is stuff that we want to see. Stuff on the right, sorry, other way around. Yeah, stuff on the right-hand side is stuff that actually we can kind of do without. That's what telly is, and that's what it's there for. There's separate commissioning funds and separate budgets available for that. Okay. Finding how to apply. We've kept it really very nice and simple. We're interested in getting really good ideas off the ground as quickly as possible, not getting too bogged down in overly developing the projects. We want to hear the ideas first, meet the companies, and get to know you and start a dialogue, which is the way all commissioning should be done, really. So it's just a simple form online on this website, 4ip.org.uk. There's 4 or 5 boxes on there, 250 words each. So it's just a real kind of one-pager. What is the outline of your idea? What is the need for it? What's the competition for it? Really just essentially an elevator pitch for the idea, and that's a starting point for a dialogue that we can then engage with you via myself and the 4IP commissioning editor based in Birmingham. So get your ideas in quick, get them in early, and if you do want to discuss anything or have a sounding board prior to submitting ideas, my door is always open for you. So I'm going to pass you over to Steve Manthorpe, who's going to tell you how this fits in with the Arts Council funds. Thanks very much.